if you look at my helmet as of now, you might see I'm wearing a different camera mount than I normally do. Yes? Yeah. This is an Insta360 camera mount, and I've actually had this for some time now. But Insta360 on their own website have like two different kinds of helmet mounts, and previous to this video, you would have seen me wearing the other helmet mount, and it's really the one that kind of straps on the front here, and then there's straps that go like in and they velcro to each other. Now what I like about that is that for someone like me that has multiple helmets, it's easy for me to take the mount off of one helmet and put it on another helmet, right? So it's because it's velcro, so it's just super easy to pop it off and pop it on a different helmet. Like you can't ask for much easier than that, right? So if you have multiple helmets and you have one camera, right, you can easily, you don't have to buy multiple mounts, right? It takes like 30 seconds to a minute. But this one is one of these kinds, you guys can hopefully see it here, that's fixed. It uses like just a 3M tape and kind of the GoPro style mount to actually stick this little arm setup onto your helmet. Now, here's the first thing, of course, and one of the things that you kind of have to be aware of, versus the other one, right? Versus the other one is that this one here really does require your, I don't know what's happening here, your helmet, or wherever the adhesive is, the sticky part right here, it can have a bit of a curve, but it can't be a crazy amount of curve because the sticky won't stick to it. If that makes sense, right? Because the mount, there's a straight mount in the package, like it's straight, and then there's one with a tiny little bit of a curve. So you really want to kind of figure out your camera configuration that you kind of want, and then you want to figure out kind of where you want to put it, and then you stick it on there so that you hope that it's exactly what you want. Why is this guy going so slow? My goodness, I'm not even getting out a second. Anyways, the reason that I brought this out today is that I honestly, I wanted to try it, because one of the things I like about kind of having it a little bit off to the side here, number one, is that it is a little tiny bit higher, right? And normally my camera is down here. Not that that's a big deal, but it's a little higher, which is good. It gives me a little bit more of a, a downward angle, which is kind of nice. Secondly is that for whatever reason, I can see the screen out of the corner of my eye, right? So if the screen is on, and I do usually use the remote here, but if for whatever reason I leave the remote at home or whatever it is, right? I lose it, I don't know. Then I have visual, I can see the screen here, which is good. And because it's not in front of me like this, it's not obscuring much of my vision, right? So my one eye is kind of looking right over the top of it, and the other eye doesn't have anything, so it's good. Now what I've done is I've angled the camera in just a tad, so it's pointing not like straight out, but a little bit like this, which is nice with the preview screen from Insta360. I guess the other thing that you have to kind of be aware of or do with something like this is that it is an adhesive, right? And because it is an adhesive, you need to give it time for the glue or whatever it is to adhere properly, whatever it is, because I know a lot of people that they're like, oh no, it fell off my helmet. Now I'm not saying this isn't going to, and this is why I'm taking it out right now. If you give this, number one, if this were to hit the ground and bump, or I bumped my helmet into side of the bike or whatever it is, it's just like glue, right? So yeah, is that possibly going to pop off? Yeah, for sure. It's just kind of what it is, right? I'd probably honestly rather it pop off, because you do get some extra sticky pads than it break. So I guess that's good. So I think the key is, I put this on the mount part itself without any arm, without anything. I put it on in a spot that looks like it was getting good contact, and then I let it stay there for 2 days with no weight on it, so that the stickiness could do its job, kind of, you know, fasten and be happy with itself, right? You know. So the hope is now that this is okay. This is on there good, and the world is my oyster, I guess, right? The world is my playground, whatever. So I think this is a video that it's not going to be able to tell you the end result right now, but I do think if you guys watch this channel and watch my other channel, especially, you know, make sure that you get a chance to watch the other channel, which is Greg Toop Vlog and Travel. Yes, right, self-promotion, you got to do it. Is that one has a lot more, right now at least, a lot more like motorcycle rides on it, and me just kind of yammering, saying my thoughts, saying whatever, and I got to sneeze, so hold on. Excuse me. Anyways, yeah, if you see this on there all the time, you know it's doing well. If you see me go back to the other one, then you know this one fell off. Now my hope is that the Ace Pro is not heavy enough a camera that it should have any issue, and because I have a lot of wind protection, there's not a lot of force on the camera itself, so my thought would be it's okay. Now the other thing just to be aware of is that if you look here, maybe you can see it right there, hopefully, maybe, see that? There's a tether, right? So I got the tether hooked into one of the mounts, and then there's a sticky tether on the other side, a sticky pad on the other side that's stuck to the inside of my helmet. So if this were the break free, it would fall, but the tether would catch it, right? So at least I wouldn't lose the camera, is the hope, unless it fell off and pulled the tether off with it. Then sadness, complete and utter sadness. Anyways, I kind of like the position, and again, depending on your helmet and how flush it is in certain spots, right, you may be able to put it in the front, you may be able to put it in the side, you may be able to put it on the top, right, whatever. For me, it fits right there, just nice, which I like. I think that's a good spot, and I think I'm gonna be happy with it, because I'll be honest, even just driving right now, I look over top of it enough that it's not something that I literally pay attention to. I just pay attention to that dump truck, yep, and all the dust that he blew up in my face, yep, that I paid attention to. But other than that, it's 28 degrees here in the province of Nova Scotia where I live, which is lovely, which is why you guys will see me riding a vest and a t-shirt. Yeah, 28 degrees. It's warm today, but I gotta get accustomed to this, you know, because the trip be coming up soon, and it could be hot. It could be hot, so I gotta get used to that. I'm trying to get a cooler bag for my saddle bag, so that I can carry, like, you know, always carry like 6 or so bottles of water in my saddle bag with me while I'm traveling. So anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys there. If you like this mount, I have Insta360 links down below for cameras and accessories and whatever. Use one of those links to get you over to Insta360. Doesn't cost you guys anything extra, and it helps out the channel a little bit. And yeah, you know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate you. All the love, my friends. All right, guys. I am going to enjoy this ride, and we'll see you guys next video. Later.